Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Burning lust for revenge pushed him to and beyond the limit where normal men would fall. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Prepare to embark upon the darkest voyage into the unknown in the history of mankind. Burning lust for revenge pushed him to and beyond the limit where normal men would fall.
So that's where he's got the mask.
And what's going on, everyone? My name's Zom's Completely Circle Podcast, episode 54. As you know, I got a good friend Joe here.
Hi.
It's going to be one of those again. And we have the wonderful Aaron.
Hello, hello. My camera is off.
Camera's not connected? Oh my. Well, she's working on that. And we have the Brandster.
Hello, how's everyone doing
Well,
today?
my camera's way too high up.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I am.
I'll
We
fix
got
it.
nicknames
Just a
now?
second.
No, she'll work on that. Oh, I just saw a light flicker.
nicknames? Brandster?
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on. Says it's connected.
It looks like it's on to me.
Yeah, she's coming in
Oh,
black.
yeah, I see it.
Oh, you know what? Your camera might be off.
And once again,
In the scene.
can't have.
Feels like home.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, right?
just can't have.
There we go. I fixed my camera.
Unfucking believable.
Okay, so what do we do about mine?
Go into the scene and look for the little eyeball, and then turn it on.
It is on.
Oh,
Oh, not that one. There are two of them.
Go to scene 5.
Gotcha.
God.
Okay.
Got it?
I did.
Okay.
And
Aaron-
then just to catch up, here's Brandy.
Hi, hello.
All right.
Brandster.
I think that you know what that one might stick.
That's a stupid nickname.
My
Brandster.
old teacher used to call me the Great Brandino.
Yep, that's way too much. And no, we are not calling you that. Next.
Not Brandino, Brandito,
Brandino.
Of
Brandino.
course, you have to add a Latin twang to it.
Latin twang,
Twang?
Yeah.
twang.
Yeah.
A Latin twang.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to segue that into our story. So you know
Well,
what?
it is anime.
We have.
Not really.
It's not anime. It's a Tokyo Game Show. Just because it's Tokyo. Well, so we have an interesting show for you guys. We have a couple things. We have stories and some good news. This, if anyone subscribed to the main channel, you may have seen the short I did. The Sony Xperia 1 III finally arrived. So, as a little exclusive sneak peek, we'll be talking about the phone a little bit later and some of my initial thoughts and stuff like that. But right now we need to get into the story. So, Aaron, you want to walk us into the first one?
Sure.
I'll go ahead and
So
paste those.
these two are pretty quick announcements. We have the Tokyo Game Show, which is going to start on September 30th and run until October 3rd. And it does have a pretty fun lineup. We see that we're going to have Microsoft, of course, Square Enix, Bandai.
Bandai Namco?
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool things that are going to be happening. I don't know if there are any games that anybody's necessarily looking forward to, hoping that they might see here or not. Maybe we'll get some surprises. And then we also have Sony is having a showcase September 9th coming up. So those are those announcements.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I mean, this isn't necessarily Joey's cup of tea or cup of sake, whatever.
Is Cup of Joe?
There you go. That works too. But I mean, I'm hoping to see Final Fantasy 15 stuff from Capcom.
Oh, they did have, because we did see a little bit of Final Fantasy 16.
16. That's what I meant. 16,
Yeah,
not 15. And then you got Capcom, so maybe a Devil May Cry thing or Street Fighter. Bandai Namco, I doubt we'll see any Tekken stuff. We'll probably see maybe a Silent Hill thing. Oh, that's Konami, so never mind. I don't know. Brandy, help me out here because there's a lot of companies on here.
Konami's on here.
Is Konami on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe a Silent Hill thing.
It
I
says that it's Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side 4th Heart Stage first gameplay reveal.
Oh, yeah.
So that may be the only thing we get to look forward to on that.
Memorial Girls.
Oh, they put in what they're going to be. Oh, interesting.
For this one. A lot of them say undecided. Some of them don't say anything at all. Some of them have the specific what you're going to see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Arc System Works, they do. Oh, I forget what that damn game is called. They're the ones that made that anime, that 3D engine that makes it look like 2D drawings. Have you ever seen like Dragon Ball Fighter Z or anything, or Dragon Ball Fighters? And then there's another one. And they basically made this game engine where the 3D models look hand-drawn. And it's very convincing in most cases. Like occasionally you can tell it's like, okay, but it's still really impressive technology for making those kind of games. I mean, not a whole lot here, but we'll see. Finger? What?
What?
We're not going back there, Aaron.
Finger.
Okay.
Finger.
Let's go ahead and just scroll
Finger.
away.
Ooh.
I apologize.
I want to play that game.
I apologize for the dyslexic
Finger.
in the crowd. So what is this? We got ads?
Oh, yes, they are going to be talking about Genshin Impact as well. I did see that.
What is Genshin Impact?
You don't know what Genshin Impact
There we go.
is?
That triggered it.
Jesus
Go ahead. Tell
Christ.
me
Okay.
what it is.
Okay, so I'm not.
First.
It's basically if you took a little bit of Breath of the Wild and added gacha.
Oh,
That's
so,
kind of what it is. That's a very
gotcha.
one stroke type thing. Because I only played it for a little bit and then I stopped. But there is a story to it. You get like different characters that you can use. So there are some that are more soft than others. You know, typical gacha shit. And it used like the cooking system from like Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
It also has like mining and little missions and stuff. It was cute. I couldn't last more than like a few hours on it. But yeah, it's definitely gotten pretty big.
Joey is in pervert mode. Well,
When is he not?
Yeah, I was about to say he typically is always.
Hey.
It's not a mode, it's a feature.
First of all,
Or is it a bug?
In my defense, Finger was brought up. Then she's talking about stroking and it can't last for 5 hours.
I'll give you that.
So, come on.
But the thing that made it funny, if anyone's ever seen the other episode, Brandy, I don't think you were here for this. We had an issue where Aaron said a word, I can't remember what that word was, but I know it was definitely something that we
It was
can't.
bad.
It was trigger, but it was I can't. What it is? It's not important. It's in one of the episodes.
I don't want to go back to that night.
Yeah, no, that was
I can't handle that.
that was a lot.
Never again.
It was tribbing.
Yes.
God damn it.
It was tripping.
Yeah, Brandy. You'll. It's a whole thing. Okay, cool. And then, anyone have anything else for Tokyo Game Show, or do we want to get into? Because we're just giving you guys some basic game news right now and like stuff we might be, upcoming shit we might be seeing possibly the next few weeks.
I mean, I'm always excited for
Microsoft's in there
the
too. Huh?
Microsoft streams. I love their presentations. I don't know what it is, but
just want it to be better than how E3 was this year. That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that I want. If they can give me more things to look forward to than what I saw already, it's great. I love it. Even if I'm not actually into like half of the games.
Mhm.
Just more, please.
yeah.
Please.
And I think that part of the reason why the game shows recently have been so underwhelming is because we have the new consoles out, and sure, a lot of people still don't have them, but they're still not making like a whole bunch of not good, I shouldn't say that. They're not making a bunch of big AAA games for those consoles yet. Like, we're still waiting on ones that were announced 2 years ago
Yeah.
for the PS5. Like, what was it? What's that one? The one with the chick in the outside for the PS5?
Tomb Raider.
Medium?
No. Dumb.
Both viable
Dumb.
answers. What, a chick
one.
outside. The one
Yes,
that's Neo.
You've played it a little bit. It's a PS5 game.
With
There's
a-
also a PS4 one.
with
It's
a
a
chick
chick. She has
outside?
kind of reddish hair. Looks
Control.
Remember Me? No, that shit. Black hair.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh.
So
Horizon. Yeah.
that game for PS5, just side note here, the pre-orders are now live for that
Yes,
game.
that did
they
go.
went live. Was it today? Yesterday?
What is
They're
happening
now
here?
live, but
There's some kind
I
of
don't
weird
know.
moment happening here.
Yeah. Be like that.
Are you
Don't-
okay? Are you okay, Brandy?
Dom, don't worry about
fine.
what's happening, okay?
You're-
Aaron's talking to
Okay,
you.
you're right.
In
You're-
all fairness, he mentioned he was gonna do this earlier, but you weren't paying attention.
Oh, that was
She,
just
she never pays attention to me.
I don't. You know what? Not even. Nope. Sorry, Aaron.
All good.
Okay. What do we got from PlayStation? From Sony? Announces the sneak peek at the future of PlayStation 5, and it's all fucking indie games where you can get platinum trophies in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Too-
right.
Too bad they, treat their indie people like shit.
They
even
do.
Even though a lot of the games actually really fucking good.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some good ones, but these are just fucking ad spots. I mean, what are they going to do? Where is PlayStation VR? Like, this is the future of PS5. So if it's going to be games, it's all just going to be shit that people buy slots. They basically say, okay, we're going to do this event. I'm just speculating. And then that's why all these events have sucked from Nintendo, from PlayStation, from Microsoft, all of them. It's just like, okay, we're doing this slot, so people go ahead and buy your slots. And then they're going to advertise like one decently exciting game, possibly. But we've all been waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6. We've all been waiting for just something new and big and grand. I mean, even if it was by a small developer, but everything
it's
just
like,
seems.
the problem is that a lot of the AAA companies have their flagships, and they're not trying to make more necessarily. They wanna wring out as much as they possibly can from the ones that they already have established because it's safe, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, but they don't even do that. Like, they don't even do that.
I mean,
Ubisoft and Activision are the only ones that every year they're just like, and EA. Every year it's just sports games, shooting games, and Assassin's Creed. It's
I
like,
don't think Activision's doing the new Call of Duty. I forgot what the...
you know what? Hold on. I don't think I've seen a Call of Duty trailer yet.
No, there
I
is a
thought
new
I
one.
heard something
No,
about
there
it.
is a new Call of Duty trailer.
There is a new Call of Duty
Yes,
trailer?
but I don't think Activision's doing this one.
Oh, okay. Treyarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same publisher. It's all fucking Call of Duty. It's the same. It's every year. It's like Erin busts her ass to play Call of Duty and get her level up, and then the next game's gonna come out, and then she's gonna have to start all. It's like you only get this shit for 1 year. Like how
With a million seasons.
yeah, and we've talked about this several times with like especially they do this shit every year with the fucking sports games, and then every year Joey's disappointed, and then like the new Madden came. Look at him. He's sad. The new Madden came out.
It's already bad. Like,
Well,
I haven't
yeah,
even
because they're
played
not
it.
updating anything. Because they're just like, yeah, we can copy and paste, and these schlubs will buy it, and most
Well,
still
no,
do.
a lot of people are saying it's buggy, and a lot of people are saying that there's no depth to it, and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, oh, well, that's wonderful. And all I want is sports. But I have that boxing game to look forward to.
Yeah, that does look good, and you looked really, really excited
He's
for
been
it.
talking about it for almost a year now, almost a full year. So it'll be interesting. I mean, definitely, maybe we need to like live stream it. I mean, you've been talking about it on the show for.
I
Like,
just want to
the-
knock you out so bad.
Good luck with that. It's a fighting game technically.
Yeah, and I'll knock you out.
You say that, but it's a fighting game.
Lily's not in boxing.
I don't need Lily. I don't need Lily.
Oh.
I won't need Lily.
So, a couple things that
Floyd
we
Mayweather.
do believe are going to be announced at the Sony one.
Okay.
So they said that it is, let me see the quote, a look into the future of PS5. And there are going to be several, my words have left me today. Several games from Sony Studios, is that what they're called? And then
Sony.
there's a very strong chance that they're going to be ready to launch the new PS5 system software update that's been in beta, which includes new UI improvements to the dashboard and 3D audio support for built-in TV speakers.
Interesting.
It's going to last for 40 minutes,
Well, I mean, hopefully we see something.
starting
I mean,
at 12.
that's not very exciting. You could put an SSD in your console now, and then I'm hearing people saying that they actually, and I have not fully dug into this, but I've heard reports of people being able to stick in old gen SSDs, M.2 SSDs, and they work just fine.
Couldn't they patch it out?
I don't know, because you have to be able to detect, like, I don't know. That's a technical thing that I don't know it to. I don't know the stuff to that degree. But apparently, people have, like, in the beta program, they've been sticking in like previous generation SSDs, because this was supposed to be like you need not only a Gen 4 SSD, but of a certain caliber to be able to keep up with it. So it shouldn't be able to run Gen 2, but apparently you could throw a Gen 2 in there from 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and it runs just fine. So I don't exactly what. Why are you staring at her legs?
I was figuring out what's thumping. The table is literally like,
She's
and
just
then I'm seeing her pounding her foot.
still in that pervert mode, huh? Well,
I literally just said pound. She's literally pounding.
well, we're gonna go ahead. This stuff's coming up in the future, so let's talk about. No, don't hit the mic, Joey. I'm not gonna do it. So, do we have anything else for this one?
No.
I don't think so.
We do not.
Okay,
Oh, wrong one.
there we go. Okay,
There's the next
so this has been.
Wait, have you been sending the links out?
Yes, I have.
Is
I'm about to
this
send
like
this one out now.
Speed podcast. We're going so
No.
fast.
Those were just little
It's like
small ones.
speed run over
Those
here.
were just little
So
small
today we're
ones.
gonna
This
talk
is
about done.
Completing
is-
the speed run.
Yeah.
it's a fast circuit. This has been the big news of the week. Aaron, you want to walk us through this one, or?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so the new model of PS5 came out. Basically, like, they changed they changed the way that the console's built, so they can get them out faster, they get them out cheaper, and supposedly this one, now Sony can make a profit off this one. More or less, what they did is they changed the cooling system.
I'm
And-
not excited.
Did it make it
Scalpers are gonna
worse?
scalpers are gonna take it.
The scalpers,
No
oh yeah.
one's gonna get it. And what's the point?
Well, there is a bit of a getting accessibility is a whole nother thing. But right now, the big story is Austin Evans, a YouTuber. For anyone who's ever, hey guys, this is Austin. You've probably seen one of his thumbnails. He did a video basically comparing the cooling of the older PS5 to this newer one, and all he did was he aimed a camera at it, a thermal camera, and then looked at the output, the heat output from the back of the console. And that's caused a bunch of controversy because the new PS5, which is lighter because it has a smaller heat assembly, like a smaller heat sink. So the theory is that the newer edition PS5, the newer model PS5 is running hotter, and therefore it's not going to be as good, and therefore
And it might also melt your hardware.
and it'll degrade the hardware sooner. However, Digital Foundry, they get very technical with kind of everything video games. I know Mike has heard of them. They got a Joe Oh, hey, you got a friend in there, Joey.
Oh, I know.
You do? Okay, well, you interact.
That's my friend from Texas.
Hello, W01173NM01. It's one hell of a name. So Digital Foundry did a thing, and apparently you can't just judge this by the way that it's looking. More information is needed. For one, if the console's running in tolerance, like if that's what it's designed to do, and the engineer said no, it can handle that temperature, because it was like 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees, which can have a decent impact, but supposedly it's not a problem. The other issue is that if the heatsink's made out of different materials, the fan is different, there's a bunch of different things that could be different that basically could actually theoretically mean that this iteration of the PS5 is more efficient, because if hotter air is coming out of the console,
Means there's less hot air inside.
It had to come from somewhere, and that's usually the case. However, we don't know yet, but this has been a big thing. And while I don't expect much commentary on this one, because I know Joey's been really trying to... How has the search been going?
I gave up.
You just gave up?
Yeah.
How many times have you tried now?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
I never started.
Yeah. There's no
You're just weird.
No, but it's smart because why buy something that doesn't have any good games out for it yet? Why buy
fair.
something that is basically the first edition of like a trial run?
Don't
like,
sell your soul to PlayStation. Don't
like
sell your
every
soul.
time a new system comes out, you gotta give it time because there are some fucking bugs always in it. And, it's just like rolling the dice. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get something that has the red ring of death. Am I going to get something that, just like...
In that regard, yeah, but these x86 ones are basically just PCs. And that technology's been around for a long time. My first gen Xbox One, no problems. PS4, no problems. Like, a lot... Like, the consoles seem to do... I will say this. PlayStation 2 and the Xbox 360 had their fucking issues. The PS2 had that disc read issue, which every fucking teenager who grew up in that time... Do you have PS2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The disc
yeah.
reader? Yeah, everybody knows that screen. It's like the most... You put your disc in... what's his face? That Long Beach Griffey guy did a short on that. And it's like waiting for, you put your disc in and then you just like... Your heart rate goes up. You start sweating, hoping like, oh, is a little spinning thing going to go load? Or am I going to get a... Yeah, I remember those days. It was horrible. And then you have the Xbox 360 with the red ring of death. But otherwise... PS1's never had issues like that. Original Xbox has never had issues like that. PlayStation 3's, yeah, you had Yellow Light of Death, but that was way overblown.
Dreamcast
didn't have issues either, to my knowledge.
Dreamcast was great. I had one.
Lots of people like Dreamcast.
I played Echo the Dolphin. It was great. I kind of wish they kind of did with Wii U.
Echo the Dolphin?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Echo the Dolphin and like the Seven Ocean Defender or something like that. It was a really good game. You're a dolphin and you...
I can't take that sentence. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're a dolphin and stuff. You just go around, and I'm not quite sure what the mission is, but like in the game, I killed a shark. I dealt with a giant moray eel. Like, yeah, it's a good game. 10 out of 10.
You okay today, Brandy? You seem a little off.
I'm good.
Hey.
You're good?
Hey, Brandy's fine.
Oh, I don't want to
All
hear
right.
that from you.
Brandy's fine.
You harass her every single second you get. Every second.
Leave her alone.
Oh, now you're a good defender.
Can we
Why don't you say something nice about
Can
Brandy?
we focus on
Say
the
something
stu-
nice.
This is completing the circle,
Say
not
something
completing
nice.
the nice.
No, you know what we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a pause. Why don't you say something nice about Brandy, Joey? Huh?
Why? Why do I have to do that?
Suddenly.
That's just weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't need his fucking compliments.
That's right.
I know my worth.
See? She's on.
You're also talking into the side of the microphone.
You can still hear me, right?
Not very well. They can't.
Can we get back to the stories?
Well,
Thank you, fucker.
Aaron, thoughts?
It's about time you asked, Aaron.
Shut the fuck.
Wow.
And Mike is talking about the KF console. He really maybe we got to get one of those things.
I mean, I can buy some chicken when we do it, and then we can test out that portion of it
Yeah,
too.
you would buy the chicken.
Yeah, chicken's fucking
Yeah,
good,
you
Joey.
would. Aaron, please tell us what you think before Dom rudely interrupts you again.
No, it's okay. I honestly didn't have anything to
There's
add.
really not a whole lot. It's just a big story
Then
that's
why'd
going
you
on
ask
right
her in
now.
the first place?
I just asked if she had thoughts.
And then you interrupt her?
What the hell is wrong with you? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, you smoked that thing. It's better than chewing on the ice.
Why are you so angry today?
Because you
are so angry.
You are like
You came into this
Aaron,
have
podcast
you ever
already
like been
angry.
playing outside when you were a kid, and then like, oh yeah, there's like lumber. You pick it up and your hand gets filled with splinters. Like, you are the fucking, like, wooden, rotten, splintery mess that enters the hands and causes pain.
But you came into the podcast already.
Yeah, because you started doing the wood splintery shit before the show.
I mean, you're the one. I told you I wasn't up for it today, and you're like, Joe, you had to be.
You say that every day.
So, boys, moving on.
Yes, Mom.
We ready?
Yes. What you got?
Okay. So, CD Projekt Red
Nope.
has announced that it is going to be releasing its free update for next-gen consoles for Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3. And for one, can say that it's about time for Cyberpunk because that's been a long time coming. They will be free updates, and the update for Cyberpunk will be later in 2021. And then, when is The Witcher?
I'm getting Kelly
update?
judgment from here.
Because I didn't see that one on here.
Hi, Kelly. That's a great way to introduce. That's a great way to walk into the chat. I'm really glad to have you here. Just immediate judgment. That's how you know Kelly's here. Aaron's looking for dates.
Do you know when The Witcher one?
I thought they were coming out at the same time. No.
Don't stop.
I'm not sure. But it is super
Harassing.
exciting because
Fuck with them hard.
I've been wanting to play both of those games and haven't really played either of them.
Though.
I put maybe like, I think 6 hours in Cyberpunk. I have more hours in The Witcher than I have in Cyberpunk.
And wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think I have like maybe 10 in Cyberpunk, and that's about it. I don't know what's going on here, but The Witcher 3, that's cool. I would really love to see that game in high resolution. Cyberpunk, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't. I know they're trying to do what's right, and rightfully so, and fixing the game and putting in all the stuff they promised, but I just can't get past. Like, it's ruined for me. Like, it's not what it was supposed to be, and the whole fiasco just fucked everything up. And now I just can't get excited about any Cyberpunk anything.
Yeah.
All the patches are 40 gigs.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
It's like
I'm right there with you. Because it was a game that you wanted to be so excited for, and it was really, really exciting in the beginning. And then you play it, and it's almost impossible to play. And then they keep patching it, and this game that you
still
wanted
bugs.
to play, yeah. You're
are
now
bugs
still
with the
waiting
new
over
patches.
a year in order to be able to actually play the game that you were excited for.
Yeah.
So, like, how are you supposed to be excited?
They promise the world, and they give us like discount world pretty much.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's like being promised like Dr. Pepper, and then being brought like Mr. Fizz.
You would think about soda right now, wouldn't you?
Pop is good, Dom.
I know your current state. You're just all about soda and sugar and.
What are you trying to say, Dom?
I'm just observing. And Joey has not played Cyberpunk.
What about The Witcher?
I don't believe him.
Joey doesn't believe in The Witcher.
Oh.
He finds it to be abysmal. Isn't that right, Joseph? Joey's texting
Why are you
right
texting?
now. He's texting Kelly.
Um.
That's a yes.
Busted.
So,
Hey.
what are your thoughts?
Well, so Bill Clinton.
What the fuck?
No. I want to
No.
see where this goes.
No. Who's the why can't I not think? Who's the guy that played Superman?
Clark Kent? That's like the dude.
The
dude.
actor.
Oh, I don't know those
from-
people.
He's in a wheelchair.
No.
Are we talking about Henry-
You are an asshole.
Talk about Henry
and he's not in
Cavill.
a wheelchair anymore.
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Yeah. What about?
Yeah. He did great in Witcher.
So you like the TV show, but not
No,
the
I
game?
never saw it. I didn't like the game either. I think it's boring. It's not my kind of thing.
No, it's not your kind of thing.
I
I
don't believe
tried
in-
playing it.
I'm
as
sorry, I
well.
was talking.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
now you're not. So
Hey.
I tried playing it, but what had happened
You're
was
lucky we're on the podcast, and I'm going to be professional
There's-
about this. And just
You
back
professional.
so
right.
much in the world. I guess I got overwhelmed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is overwhelming.
the
for
story didn't capture me enough to make me want to do that.
Nothing captures you enough.
So then after, yeah, because I'm just that great. But
Everything
the
goes over your head.
the situation is that I
Step stool.
couldn't.
sure. Joey,
What?
shut the fuck up and let her talk.
I'm just saying.
Snap.
I'm just saying.
Continue.
I got cut off.
It's aggression.
Okay, but anyways, I just couldn't do it. Maybe I'll go back to it when I can focus. But at this time, I just wasn't invested in storyline especially for people who did 1, 2, and 3. I mean, you don't need to be. They
Right.
start you off somewhere, but you don't have the connection enough to really be pushing me forward to deal with all the other shit.
No,
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Aaron, you said
No,
you.
what
okay.
were you saying, Joey?
No, I'm over it.
Okay. Dom.
I do understand what you're talking about. I ended up not playing the Witcher very far in my first go because it is incredibly overwhelming, and they just basically inundate you with information and story, and quests and shit. And Cyberpunk had the same issues, but then it had a whole bunch of other issues as far as the story goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that last week when Mike was here, Brandy, Mike, and I updated Cyberpunk on the Xbox Series X, and I was just playing, just looking for bugs, and there were still there was some weird ass shit that happened. The car physics were really weird. Like you hit something, if you run a person.
I mean, were the car physics ever not weird?
Yeah, I mean when you played a shit ton of GTA 5, everything is basically weird with that when you compare it to that game. And then there was other shit too. I can't remember what it was, but I know that it was just like the radio music, or no, the car engine audio was basically just non-existent. Like there was just all this weird like stuff. Like
You crash into things and it wouldn't have that oomph. It was like really muffled.
yeah, it was stuttery and it was just jittery. The whole thing was just
And of
it's
course the
unfortunate.
cops still sucked because, it's funny because you think you'd get like a warrant system, and you kind of do, but by like the 4th warrant, you just like fucking like auto die. Like there's no challenge to
Yeah.
it. Pretty much, it's pretty much you're at 4 stars now. That's fine. You're at 5 stars, immediate death. And we're just
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense in the future. I guess you really wouldn't have to do like all these like chases and stuff. You just like nuke someone. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of boring in my opinion.
It was weird. Yeah, basically, yeah, you get one.
And there's
two,
no police cop. There's no like car chases. Like
Yeah.
they literally just spawn out and like shoot at you, and I'm like, where's the fun? Like
Yeah.
no one's trying to like knock
Yeah.
me out of the car.
There's
It's
no
just-
high-speed
they're
chase.
just like they're pretty harmless, honestly. If you're in a car,
Yeah.
because then all you do is like you just drive out of the area and then it disappears. Boom,
But if you
gone.
get 4 stars, yeah, a drone comes out of nowhere, like presidential order, and you just get nuked right in the middle of the street, like no regard for pedestrians. No one could give a shit. It was very unnecessary.
It's the second you get the star, then something comes up and goes like
Yeah.
crime prevention initiated.
yeah,
Done.
It was ridiculous.
Weird.
I was thinking like what would be cool is if like drones came, instead of blowing you up, they like remove the lug nuts from your wheels and then like while it's spinning. I mean, it's, a fucking 2077. Right? They can nuke you in the middle of the fucking road. Like, I'm pretty sure they could make drones that can, NASCAR the wheels off in the middle of driving. And then it's like, now we got him. That would just something better than
Yeah.
that just seems lazy. You got 2 stars, and you may see a cop or 2, and they're just like, huh? And you get 4 stars, and bro, I mean, it's instant. Like, literally, you see a little robot flying, and then you just blow up, and like 1,500 other people die.
What's the point in that?
What's the point in any of it, Aaron?
It's definitely not a Grand Theft Auto situation.
No.
While I don't like Grand Theft Auto on its
You
own.
don't like Grand Theft Auto?
No, again, like I mentioned, like the hooker cheat code and then shooting their heads off with all the blood and stuff.
That's old.
Yeah, but I never moved past it. So,
Oh, girl, but GTA 5 was really good.
I mean, it looks a little bit more interesting than like the other ones did, but I'm sure the other ones were good too. I just wouldn't know how I'd play them at this point.
4 was really good. San Andreas was really good. Vice City, a lot of people liked it. I could take it or leave it. But 5 was
My uncle played that shit all the time.
5 was great.
And then, would send me off somewhere if one of the other, like, sex teens or whatever would come on or whatever.
Say that whole sentence again, because I heard something very different than what I think you may have actually said.
So, he would play that game a lot, but whenever the sex scenes came on in the game,
Okay.
he would send me away.
Okay, I gotcha.
What did you hear?
I heard that your uncle, and then something sex, and then it all scrambled in my head. I just couldn't hear it any other way. other than
It
some-
scrambled in mine too.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Okay.
That's because you guys are fucking disgusting human beings. What's next?
All Brandy said earlier was pound,
Yeah.
and you thought she was getting laid.
No, I said pound because I said she's pounding her leg.
No. Before that, she said something during her little
Are we 2?
stroke. It was
Are
stroke,
we
not
2 years
pound.
old? She said this. He said that. What is next in the story? Next.
I want to bring in Joey's story. Is that Joey's story? Perfect.
have a
Joey,
story.
yeah, no, this was the story. We actually found it. We brought it in this time. The one that you had mentioned, right? That you didn't put into the chat. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about this story, Joey? This was your story. You told us about it.
What's it called?
Well, let's find out. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's the one. Why don't you walk us through it, Joey?
I mean, supposedly the new iPhone 13 is, they're gonna do a thing where you won't need a service provider.
So are they gonna make like their own like?
Honestly, I don't know. I didn't read the article. To be honest.
What do we got, Aaron?
So it looks like they're making their own a customized Qualcomm X60 baseband chip that's going to let you make calls and stuff via satellite communications.
Satellite iPhone.
Sat phone.
So
The sat
so
phones.
are you basically saying that you don't have to pay for cellular service anymore? Is that what
I
they're
think the
suggesting?
sat phones, I'm not sure, but I do. Hold on, let me look that one up because I don't think you have to pay for a service for satellite phones. Like you can go in the middle of an island. Hold on, let me look this up.
Yeah,
Let's
I was
see.
just thinking about how cool that would be, not needing the towers, because I know that they already have satellite
Right.
phones, don't they? For when you're in the military or in the government or something, or is it GPSs?
Oh,
Something
no.
like that. They have satellite phones.
No, there's definitively a plan. There is a
Oh.
rate plan for this. What the? Oh my! And you have to get what the fuck?
Talk
So
us through it.
It's like okay, I'm just having to do this off the cuff here. It looks like you basically pay for minutes. Long story short, best satellite phones. How much does it cost to have? Let's see here now. So 150 global voice minutes, 150 text messages.
Is this for iPhone or just in
This
general?
is just sat phone plans. It doesn't say a
Okay.
specific phone. $109 a month for 150 minutes
What?
of satellite
Whoa.
chat.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't see anyone doing that.
So, I mean, they have to be charging that if it's worth it, right? Like the business model wouldn't have survived this long if it wasn't actually like.
You can make calls anywhere basically because it's like it's the satellites of GPS. It's not those satellites per se, but it's like it's always all around.
So
It would be
could you
good for our military.
could you make a call like in a very deep basement? Like, is it that kind of good?
No,
or-
I don't know about that good.
Okay.
But it's more like if you're on an island or some shit. Here, look
Middle
at
of
this
the
one.
ocean.
You can get Iridium 10-minute. Here, I'll send this to you. Aaron. You can get an Iridium 10-minute plan so that's 10 minutes a month of talk time for
What?
$55, and then each additional minute is $1.50. Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck? That can't be real.
That is the scammiest scam of any scam I've ever.
Well, again, if it's a call from anywhere and you're in the middle of an island, I'm pretty sure I'd be willing to spend
mean-
$55 for 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, but okay, maybe for the military, I get it. But like, in what reasonable situation are you or I or Aaron or Joey gonna end up in the fucking island where we need like a satellite phone?
That's why it's confusing. I don't know. And honestly, like the prospect of a carrierless future, like I'm all for. Like
I mean, not when it costs that much. No.
no, but I'm saying like, can you imagine like they already have the satellite internet based shit. Like GPS is already free, right? You can use GPS and all other shit like that. So if internet becomes satellite and cell phone service becomes satellite and it's just a big old network paid by taxes, everybody can get on. Like I'd be for that. I'd be super for that. I am not spending $1.50 a minute because if people think I don't answer the phone now, wait till it's $1.50 per minute. Like I'm just
What the fuck?
yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
My unlimited plan is $86. Are you kidding me
Yeah,
right
this
now?
doesn't even include data. Like this plan here doesn't even have text. Here's this one. 1,000 minutes a month, the Iridium 1,000-minute plan, $929, and then an additional $1.10 each for each minute after. Get the fuck out of here! And you get rollover minutes though. You get rollover
I
minutes.
don't give a fuck about the rollover minutes.
I give a fuck about if I'm spending $1,000 a month. I'm one of the motherfuckers. I better get rollover seconds. I don't want
Nanoseconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want every single ounce of that to $1,000 a month for fucking cell phone service. That's ridiculous. I mean, again, I've never looked at this stuff before.
That's like your emergency phone you keep like in a bulletproof, waterproof case, and then you only pull it out and you're just like, I needed this. And you're like on the island and you can actually use it, and that's it.
Except for the fact that the battery's dead and it only lasts for a day before your phone's dead.
Jesus
or you
Christ.
get the lady. It's like, boo doo doo. We're sorry, but you're currently out of minutes at this point in time. Would you like to reach? I could totally see. Well, I don't know. Space iPhones. It sounds a bit much, but I mean,
Space phones.
we'll see. Honestly, I don't think that this is the innovation right now for the fucking iPhone. ProMotion and in-screen fingerprint, it is like what it needs right now. Like, but by far, like fuck the cameras, all that shit. Like, it already has a great camera system. Where is the damn, the damn in-screen fingerprint and ProMotion? That's my big thing as far as the iPhone goes. But I mean, if the future is carrierless, I'm all for it.
So this says, just for more info, and I'm going to read this because it's a little confusing, but it says that Kuo explained that the simplest scenario for providing LEO connectivity, which is part of the satellite thing they're doing, to users is if individual network operators work with Globalstar. This means that customers of a partner network operator could use Globalstar's satellite communication service on the iPhone 13 directly through their network operator with no additional contracts or payments required.
So it's roaming.
It's comparable
Space
to
roaming.
millimeter wave 5G in terms of impact, if that means anything to you.
Oh yeah. No, basically, well, okay. So if I'm reading that right, effectively,
And it'll use both technologies.
the carriers work with this, whatever the satellite company is, and effectively, when you're not in coverage, the phone will switch to the fucking space mode. I'm gonna call it that because a space iPhone sounds
Is
trippy
that
as hell.
broadband? Is that the same thing?
No, broadband is a measure
Okay.
of like how much data, like a data rate thing.
Okay, because I
and-
know that, or I'm pretty sure that my old Verizon phones, a long time ago, when you didn't have service, they would use broadband instead.
What? Broadband is like
Maybe
ISP.
maybe it's not broadband. It might be. It's another thing, but it would switch to another thing that was expensive.
roaming. Is what
Roam-
I think
oh,
was what you're referring
yeah,
to.
you're right.
And roaming is
And
basically
that is the word that you just used.
Yeah, is when you switch carriers. So like if you turn on roaming, it's like your cell phone has the ability to communicate with other companies' towers, but they're going to charge you up the ass for it. So
I see,
that's what that whole thing is.
I see.
Well, it seems like we're losing the we got a lot of chat going on here, but we're losing the crowd here, guys. Nothing. Joey's over there playing fucking Pong with the Apple Pencil, and I think Brandy's screensaver. No, she's just watching me in YouTube. Appreciate the view though.
Mike brought up a good point.
Yeah. What's Mike got?
No, he was just saying, what if they use satellites from Starlink?
The Elon Musk thing.
I'm guessing that's what.
Isn't that what that
I'm pretty
is?
sure it is.
I think he's referring to, because me and Spike were talking about this because there was a house like out past 20. So it's kind of like near farmland, and it's nice, but we weren't sure if the internet would reach out there. So he was telling me about like paying $1,000 to have like a satellite essentially constantly shooting internet at your house personally.
Okay.
Oh.
And we were talking about that, and I don't know if it's a monthly plan, if you just pay for the satellite and that's it, but like that's essentially, I think what he's referencing is kind of like that idea.
Oh, I see.
So this article does say that would be a possibility to use Starlink, but it says that the rumor is that Globalstar will be more willing to work with Apple on this than Starlink would be.
I can see why. Elon Musk did try to sell Tesla to Apple, and Tim Cook ignored him.
Yeah, he straight up didn't take his calls, which was super
Not
funny.
a good call.
You know, I think that I have thought that as well, because Tesla got significantly bigger than I think anybody anticipated. I still think it's a bubble. I think his future is in battery capacity technology and this satellite thing and sending people to fucking space with Bezos. But
Well, I mean, Apple Car is supposedly supposed to start production in 2023.
you know, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
No,
Tesla
what you got?
Tesla cars are pretty cool. I didn't know Apple was trying to do a car.
Yeah, Apple's. Yeah, there's an Apple car. I mean, it's basically.
They've been working on it for years,
Yeah.
though. Really long time.
With the whole judgment, I don't know. I mean, I can't lie. They make an interesting phone, but if they made a car, it's not gonna be a reasonable price. It's not. I don't know what the fuck.
What to find? This is no. I'm curious though. What like, what would be what's a reasonable price for a futuristic smart car? Because like Tesla's vary. Because the first iteration of Tesla was like $100,000 fucking car.
Yeah.
But he had good business sense in that regard because he's right with the way the profit margins work. But now you can get one for like what $33,000 for the Model 3.
Like the economy ones. Yeah.
So like, what would be a good starting price for an Apple car?
I mean,
what would be a good price, and then what would be excessive? What the fuck? Oh,
Go
that's
ahead,
funny.
Brandy.
excessive is anything I want to say over 75.
What if it's what if it's a luxury car though?
I mean, well, I'm talking basic ass like car. You know, like not like super like luxury, like oh yes, let me sit in my baby seal pup seats with like stuff with like
Baby
rare
seal
goose
pup
down.
seats, rare goose down, not regular, rare. I like this
Rare.
car,
Yeah, like
except for the baby seals.
not See, I'm not talking that type of car. I'm talking like a fucking leather seat, gas, steering wheel, radio that does Bluetooth.
Yeah, but Apple wouldn't make a car like that. That's not their. But that's not their market.
This is my issue.
Yeah, but that's not their market though.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're gonna make an Apple Car Mini,
And they probably would. They actually probably.
an Apple
It's gonna look
Car,
like one of those like little 2-seater cars.
and then you're gonna have an Apple Car Pro.
If they fucking made, you know what?
and the pro's the 4-seater.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the Pro. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's
Apple Car Mini would be like those smart cars.
yeah. It'd be that's the 1-seater. That'll get you to where you need to go, but no one else. And then you have your standard Apple Car. The Apple Car SE gives you 2 seats. You have Apple Car Max, which gives you 4 seats, and then Apple Car Pro Max, which is like 4 seats, hatchback with the extra legroom in the back.
Comes in gold.
Yeah.
And it comes in some premium fucking color, like cerulean red.
Yeah, like the colors cost extra.
And it's
They're gonna
100.
fucking call. Oh yeah, they're
And
gonna
it's
charge the ass for that shit.
150,000.
Wait. You can pay
Could be.
to expand the storage of your gas tank.
You would need a gas tank. It's gonna be an electric car. You'd have to.
Expand the battery power.
You would just get notifications that your car needs to get backed up every fucking 2 weeks, and you're out of iCloud storage.
You don't have it. But I say you don't have enough memory.
And if
to
you don't
delete
do the
some
software
pictures.
update, your car doesn't run.
Yeah, you got to do all that shit like that. I would say no, but you know what? I mean, Apple did make a cheaper iPhone, so I wouldn't be surprised if like their first iteration is a bigger, expensive one, and then
And
they
you
do
charge
make
it with a USB-C cable.
That would be funny. No, it'd be a Lightning cable. It wouldn't be a USB-C.
I
It'd be
know.
a fucking Lightning
But
cable.
that's only I'm
You
saying.
need like
Come on,
90 of them.
Come on, Dom. You know they're gonna sell the bricks separately.
Oh fuck yeah.
No, what I'm saying though is watch that be the only the USB-C while their phones are on Lightning.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be exactly it. Yeah, I could totally see that doing some weird ass shit like that. Oh, you're just charging fucking USB-C. It's like it's reversible. See, you can plug it in either way. Unlike
You wanna play your radio? Make sure.
make sure your Apple Music subscription's up to date if you want to play the radio.
If you want to play the radio, you have to put the jack in there to turn the charging port into the radio port.
Oh yeah. No, that wouldn't be. Oh yeah, we can do these parodies all day. We'll see. Because I have no idea what if Steve Jobs still alive, I'd be like excited as fuck. Tim Cook running that kind of show, we'll see. I think it's gonna be good. But I do think normally I defend Apple's prices to some degree because I get with build quality and the R&D they put in. I do think there's gonna be a significant. But then again, it's not the same as a phone. You can't just subsidize a few. If you go out and make a $150,000 car. Not everybody can buy that.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people who would want to buy it. I would assume their first cars would be like.
put it on a payment plan.
How much it's going to cost to finance that
They're
motherfucker?
gonna rope so many poor dumb sacks into this goddamn car.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, you can't. You need to get a loan. So you have to get credit approval. Like if they got shit, like you can't. You probably need money down and stuff.
I'm gonna say
With an
this
Apple Card.
right fucking now.
Finance with your Apple Card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Goldman
this
Sachs.
right fucking now. I'm making a prediction. I'm gonna see a lot of these fucking car shit come across my desk being claimed as fraud. Oh, I don't know how they got my information. I didn't make this charge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't buy that Apple car. And you hear Siri in the background. Would you like to drive to?
Turn left in 500 feet.
It's like that doesn't sound like
Sir,
Siri from the phone.
Sir, are you sure you're not in the Apple car? No, not at all. Jeff,
That-
please exit the vehicle.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, you have
Uber.
arrived at your destination,
Yeah.
Jeff. Please leave the vehicle so I may drive myself and back to your house and charge.
Yeah.
Thank you for your recent purchase.
Sir, are you sure? That was my Uber. But your name's Jeff, right?
The Uber guy's name's Jeff too.
My name's Jeff.
Why is he getting out of the car? You just keep going and going
Yeah.
and going. Yeah, no, that's exactly how that shit would go. I don't know. We'll see. I'm more excited for the Apple glasses stuff. Supposedly, we've heard more about the Apple Car than the glasses, but that's neither here nor there. Mike seems to have a question here, though. Here's a thought. Do you think that Apple would actually make some kind of charger for their car that was like a solar charger?
That's a great idea, IMO.
I think it would take too long to charge.
Depends where you live.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not going to get enough power from so. I mean, you would need a field to charge that shit. I mean, a standard wall outlet will charge like a Tesla in like 12 hours. That's like a standard, like 110 volt out the wall,
Well,
however
you
many
could
watts.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You could do both. Like, you could have... Sorry, I accidentally clicked on that. You could have it taking in solar power when you drive, if there's enough there, and then just storing it.
And that's Tesla's game, right? That's Elon's game, is battery storage. You store the solar power throughout the day, and then you dump it into your car at night. So it's not direct solar to car. It's you basically are storing power all day with the batteries, because that's what Tesla does.
That's what a lot of solar power stuff does.
Yeah.
It just like my grandfather's solar power for his place way out in the boonies that doesn't get electricity. It'll store the power, but I mean, we would keep the generator off during the day, but it would take in the sunlight and then throw it into the generator and just store it until you turn the generator on.
I have an interesting thing that I read about a long time ago, and I don't know where it went, but the situation is essentially some European progressive country beyond what we are was creating solar powered roads
I saw that.
that would also project light onto like images and stuff, so that way you wouldn't have to do construction. It was like ice resistance, and they were talking about replacing all the roads with that, and also using
the
it
fuck?
to power the city
Yeah.
less expensive. I'm like, wow, that'd be great. It's a shame we'll never do that because we'll be afraid of putting the construction workers out of business.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's no way in hell. I remember when there was a new type of concrete that was like, it was basically like insanely porous to such a degree that like rainwater just fell right through it, and it was basically near impossible for any area that had this kind of concrete to flood. And it would just go right into the soil underneath.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm just like, and this stuff didn't break, and it was like really rigid, and I'm like, oh, that'd be wonderful to use on the fucking roads, especially in the northern states. They're never gonna fucking allow that shit for the exact reason. It's just like, oh no, we need the construction people to go and fucking, every fucking 4 years, tear the roads up.
I don't want to be that person, but
But you are. No, be that person, Brandy. That's
but the situation is, if your job can be replaced with something more efficient, I'm sorry, but you don't get to keep your job just because, find something else. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, progression needs to keep happening.
Yeah.
And you can't just be like, oh, this is a really progressive thing that could make life easier, make things cheaper, save our planet. But no, what about the people with work? It's like the fucking healthcare. Like, oh, well, if we do, healthcare, all these healthcare workers and like insurance companies are going to go out of business. Fucking and.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
there's when it comes to healthcare, with everything else, I do agree, and I've always had this idea, and I think somebody brought it up last week about how like I really think when it comes to especially the tech companies, they need to be doing shit they should be getting tax breaks if they hire on lower skilled workers and then train them on the job. Like, give people the opportunity, because like they've been doing this shit for, you know, whatever, 30 years, and then suddenly it's just gone. It's like, you know, they're fucking 50, 60 years. What are they going to do? And I do agree that, yeah, shit has to move forward with everything. I mean, eventually, you know, I want a fucking floating car, and I want the phone I can throw at the wall and it becomes a TV.
I want the streets to be made of solar powered panels that will lower everyone's electricity bill, essentially, because it's constantly storing up electricity.
Well, I want fusion instead, which there was a huge breakthrough in fusion last week, but we're not going to be talking about fusion today. That's all nuclear stuff. But what I do want to talk about, though, speaking of phones, is this phone. For anyone who's interested, I know we got a bunch of Android people in the chat. Before that, Brandy has not held it yet. Before that, I've talked about this one, the Note 10, good phone, but it is time to be retired, and we are switching to the Sony camp. So, I don't know who's heard what of this phone. I know not here, but in the chat. I don't know if anybody knows anything about this phone, or if you have any specific questions about the phone, feel free to throw it in. I'm gonna give you guys an exclusive little sneak peek on this phone. The first part is you can't get it on the typical like carrier payment plans. So you have to buy it outright, but it comes unlocked, which it should. The problem is it's fucking expensive. It's $1,300 for the damn thing, which is just outrageous for a phone. That being said, there's plenty of iPhones that cost that much as well. Brandy, what do you think? You're holding that phone in your hand. What do you think of the form factor? Aaron has thoughts on the form factor as well, actually.
It feels really smooth. Very...
Oh, yeah, snappy-wise. Just the form factor, like, because it's thinner. It doesn't have that wide body.
Oh, how the physical body is?
Yeah, it doesn't have that wide body. They made it taller.
The height...
I received it this morning, Mike.
I already see issues with the height, just because I can't stick it in my back pocket, that's for sure, without worrying about it just like, poop, popping out.
Yeah.
But in the hand, it feels nice. It's a little... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that, you know, how the phones are moving towards the rounded edge.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the square edge is a little bit more comfortable for me to hold. It doesn't feel very heavy. I would say it's like light.
Right. The weight is... Aaron and I were talking about that earlier. The weight is in that weird category of this is lighter than a phone I'm used to, but it's not so light that it feels not made well. It's like the right weight, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah. We were actually joking about the box when it got here, because picked it up and it felt like it was empty, and we were like, what if they just sent you an empty box?
Yeah, that's what... Seriously, Aaron, she picked up the box, and then she's like, is there even a phone in here? And I was like, yeah, there's a phone. And I look at the box, and it wasn't wrapped in plastic. There's a little white sticker on the side, but at first I was like... Because it was a whole fucking ordeal with the shipping. And then, yeah, so it was supposed to arrive last week. Then they pushed it out. It arrived today, but not before it was supposed to arrive yesterday, which was a whole shipping fucking fiasco. So we get the box, and yeah, it was basically like light enough. I was like, no, did some motherfucker crack it open and steal the phone out of it? Luckily, they did not. Aaron, what were your thoughts on the form factor?
So, initially is my current thoughts, because, you know, but...
Your current thoughts.
I know. Okay, so I like it a lot, and I like that it's... Okay, I held it up next to my iPhone, and they kind of seem to be the same size, but they're not. Like, in the hand, I couldn't really tell a difference outside of the case being on it for which one was thinner. Mm. But when I hold it, it's like my fingers actually can almost wrap around the whole thing. And I have a really bad problem with my iPhone. When I hold it, I have a really hard time getting to the other side of the screen.
Yeah. Because
of how thick it is. Wide. That's the right word, right? Because of how wide it is. And with that phone, I don't have that. I do think that in comparison to the iPhone 12, it is a lot more comfortable to hold with the rounded edges. It just like fits in your hand better.
Yeah, I agree.
I do agree with Brandy on the height. Like, I like the height because it does give you screen, but trying to put that thing in my pocket, like, female
Yeah.
pockets are 1/3 the size of the phone.
Yeah, it's
So-
definitely not chick pocket friendly. And I know
Yeah.
Joey held it, and Joey has mammoth-sized hands, and he had a different thought. What were your thoughts on when you held it?
It was small.
It's not that much taller, to be honest.
Nah, it's weird. It's a weird. It's not as big as this one overall, but it's basically the same height. It's just thinner. As far as that phone goes, which is pretty big as far as screens go. I mean, overall, and I've only had the phone for like 12 hours. It is interesting, and hopefully
Not even.
the incomplete review is going to will be coming out this weekend.
What does this button do?
That is the camera button. This has a dedicated camera button. It has a dedicated Google Voice button, Google Assistant button. It has the touch, the fingerprint touch thing on the side, and then the volume rocker.
So this is the...
So it has, yeah, that's Google Assistant, and then the one that's indented is the power button, and then that's your volume rocker on the top. Which I'm not a fan of every single fucking button being on the same side. I know why they did it that way, but I'm the type of person, I miss the power button being on the top. I'm weird like that.
Yeah, I do too. And I, just to throw this in there real quick, because it makes me mad all the time, I hate the way that they do screenshots where you have to press the power button, because I can't tell you how many times I forget if it's the volume up or volume down, or my fingers don't press them at the same time and I end up locking my phone when I'm trying to take a screenshot.
Yeah, or you accidentally take a screenshot just by like increasing the volume.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you hit both fucking buttons at the
Yeah,
same
that
time.
too.
Yeah, that drives
I
me
agree.
crazy.
I have looked at this phone for all of, what, 3 minutes?
You're good 3 minutes.
I'm not impressed. Take it.
Honestly, because it's a stock Android. The built-in wallpapers. She was looking. She had the wallpapers pulled up. The camera system, and that's the thing. This isn't in every person's phone. It has a very specific market, which is supposed to be for camera folks. But
I was looking at the pictures too, and also with the pictures, I was like,
there's a lot to this camera system though. Like
Okay.
this is set up like a DSLR. Like you can control there's a whole bunch of stuff to it, and I'll be including all the details. However, that being said, this phone doesn't know what it is because Call of Duty's pre-installed and you can't uninstall it.
what?
Yeah.
Dead ass?
That ass. Facebook you can't uninstall. You can't uninstall Facebook from this. So
Trash.
now now it's my turn to talk shit to you. Because all you Android folk talk about, iPhone locks you in. You know what? I'm locked into 50,000 Call of Duty points that I don't want to fucking use on my enthusiast camera phone. So, suck on that. What the Oh, that's the skull that you're eating. Well, Joey seems completely dead and out of it and just not having a good time. Joey, are you okay? And with that, that nothing? No words? No nothing? No smart ass? No racist? Nothing? No? Not gonna talk bad to Aaron? No? Not gonna tell me to fuck off?
I mean, he's never really talked bad to Aaron.
Oh,
Yeah, you've missed many episodes.
Really?
Well, yeah, no, yeah.
Fuck off, Aaron.
There we
There
See,
we go.
it's just as simple as that. Well,
Fuck
guys,
you too, Brandy.
um,
Fuck you, Dom.
what's the worst feature of the phone?
Everything.
Call of Duty.
Honestly, I mean, it's just a phone. The issue that I have is that there's a bunch of shit that's pre-installed on here that you can't get rid of without getting shell access through the Android debugger on a computer. And you have to go in and run a bunch of commands in order to uninstall the fucking apps because you can't do it on here. And the only reason that they're on here is because companies pay Sony.
How are certain things on the browser?
Browser's fine. It's just Chrome.
Certain websites.
I'm not talking about no... Anyway, guys, well, thank you for tuning in. Sorry, I know this phone was a little...
All I had was questions.
You know exactly what you were trying to do.
I just wanted to ask a question.
The websites load very fast.
Load, huh?
Yes.
Lots of loading. Very fast.
No, not loading. They don't. There's not lots
Loads
of
of loads.
Oh, we said that is the worst feature, not what is the worst feature. Fair enough. Well,
Learn how to read.
shut the... Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. This was a weird one this week. I will admit our stories were... We did the best we could to put stuff together. But
Sorry,
if you're not subscribed to the main channel, definitely go check it out. It's just regular completing the circuit. And hopefully we'll get the review out for this guy this weekend. Have yourselves a happy Labor Day, and we will be back on next week. And as always, talk to you soon.
Later.